And you're locked in with me, Baby Davis, for Baby Love Sports, where sports and gaming is the exquisite fusion. All right, so we're done with week 5 of 14 for college football. And real quick, yes, you're getting closer to panic if your team isn't doing what you'd like them to do. Okay? And I got a voice back. Okay, instead of doing the straining. That's so good for me. We're also into the first week of October. It's spooky season. It's fall festivals. So expect a lot of drama. Celebrating October right here. Okay, week 5 of 14. You can start getting a little antsy. Week 6, going into week 7. Oh yeah, playtime over. Louisville and North Carolina State. Louisville would take that win 13-10. Penn State and Northwestern. Penn State making a little noise there. 41-13. USC, California, and Colorado. This game turned out to be not quite how many thought. It was going to be a blowout. So that's a good nod to the Colorado Buffaloes. But USC would take victor 48-41. Kansas and Texas. Texas would take that one 40-14. Missouri, Vanderbilt. Missouri would take the win 38-21. Oregon and Stanford. Oregon is still putting up the numbers 42-6. Carolina Gamecocks facing off with Tennessee. Tennessee would be the victor 41-20. Alabama Roll Tide would win against MS State, and that would be 40-17. Utah and Oregon. Oregon would take the victor on that one easily, 21-7. Florida Gators and Kentucky. Yes, the Gators will fall. Oh my God. Kentucky would take that one, 33-14. Georgia and Auburn. I mean, so close, but yet not enough. Do you know what kind of upset that would have been? Always so close. Auburn would fall to Georgia, holding number 1, 27-20. Michigan and Nebraska, domination. With the coach back, before the coach, wins. Michigan, 45-7 over Nebraska. LSU and Mississippi. Mississippi would take that one, 55-49. Iowa State and Oklahoma. Oklahoma is sitting nice, 50-20. Notre Dame and Duke. Notre Dame would take that 21-14. And Washington and Arizona, 31-24. So that locks it in. That's done and done for week 5. Let's go ahead and look ahead at week 6. Well, hold on. We do have one more. Nevada and Fresno State. Fresno State say, hey, don't leave us out of week 5. 27-9. All right, week 6 into 14. Here we go. Maryland will face off with Ohio State. I'm going to go ahead and do my picks right now. I'm going with Ohio State on that one. Oklahoma and Texas. Okay, we're going to see what's happening right here because Texas has been making noise as well as Oklahoma. So what do we do with this information? Who are you going with? Well, I'm going to pull a wild card, but it's not really a wild card because I even need to get serious with my picks. So I'm going to go with Texas on this. Syracuse and UNC, I'm going with UNC. Virginia Tech and Florida State, I'm going with Florida State. Notre Dame and Louisville, I'm going to go with Louisville. Michigan, Minnesota, I'm going with Michigan. Fresno State and Wyoming, I'm going with Fresno State. Arizona and USC, California, I'm going to go with USC, California. Oregon State and California, going with Oregon State. University of Miami and Georgia Tech, I'm going with Miami. Arkansas and Mississippi, going with Mississippi. Georgia and Kentucky, I'm going with Georgia. Alabama and Texas A&M, I'm going with Alabama. Washington State and UCLA, I'm going to go with Washington State. Okay. Missouri and LSU, I'm going to go with LSU. There will be no games for the Buffs for week 6 And I won't look ahead at week 7, so we have those picks in. All right, so let's go see the standings. Lock it in. For the Atlantic Coast, for the standings, we got Louisville, Florida State, UNC, Duke, Virginia Tech, North Carolina State, Georgia Tech, Clemson, Boston College, University of Miami, Syracuse, Wake Forest, Pittsburgh, and Virginia. Over in the Big Ten East, Penn State, Maryland, Michigan, Ohio State, Rutgers, Michigan State, Indiana. Big Ten West, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Purdue, Iowa, Northwestern, Illinois, and Nebraska. In the Big 12, we have Oklahoma, Texas, West Virginia, Kansas State, Kansas, BYU, TCU, Baylor, Iowa State, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston. For the Pac-12, we have USC, California on top. Next up will be Oregon, Washington State, Oregon State, Utah, Arizona, California, UCLA, Arizona State, and Stanford. SEC West, Alabama, how about that, sitting on top? Texas A&M, LSU, Mississippi, Auburn, Arkansas, Mississippi State. SEC East, Kentucky. Georgia falls a little bit there in the SEC East, but it's Kentucky, Georgia, Missouri, Florida Gators, Tennessee, Carolina Gamecocks, and Vanderbilt. Let's go take a look at the rankings and see the rankings and the standards. Standards, for anybody new to the football, that's in your conference. You play some people in your conference. Those are the ones that matter. You play people out of your conference. So here's the AP top 25. Let's see where everybody is. Georgia's like, you know where we are. We are number 1. But look right there, sitting there. That's Michigan. Number 3 is Texas. Number 4, Ohio State. 5, Florida State. 6, Penn State. 7, Washington. Number 8 spot, Oregon. USC, California. Number 9. Notre Dame rounds out that 10 spot. So looking into the window of the top 10 is number 11. We thought we'd never see this for a while, but it's any given Saturday, okay? Alabama is sitting right there, knocking on the 10 spot. They're number 11. After that, you have Oklahoma, Washington State, UNC, Oregon State, Mississippi, University of Miami, Florida, Utah, Duke, Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, LSU, Fresno State, and number 25 is Louisville. All right, so this is where everybody's going to lock it in, get into the clinches, trying to throw those L's to everybody else so they can move on up. Who will knock off Georgia, if anybody? Who will face Georgia at the end if they remain top dog? Who will it be? This is going to be pretty interesting. We'll see. So keep it locked with me, BB Davis, for BB Loves Sports, where sports and gaming is the exquisite fusion.